Hello, I'm Herm Gailey here with a stolen idea. So whenever I steal an idea, I like to give full credit. A few years back, I bought a series of DVDs from Vogt. Vogt is a very well-known cow horse trainer, cutting trainer. He can rope. He's won AQHA World Championships on the same horse in the same year in cow horse and reining. Really a good hand. And the videos were quite good. And one thing that stuck with me, and I hope I got the right number. Les, if you are watching this by any freak of chance, I hope I'm using the right number. I'm just going to show my version of what I understand to be what Mr. Vogt called Old Cowboy Trick number 105. At least that's what I've come to call it. And this will get your horse cracking off your legs. It will bring your rollback to a new level, and it will keep your horse from under-rotating in the rollback. It's pretty useful. It also can overload your horse's boat real easily. So you want to make sure that you're ready. So what I'm going to do first is just a little refresher on what a horse like this, he's just coming a 4-year-old, has learned about the rollback. So what we'll do is we'll put a horse on a trot. Or you can do it at a lope, but I'm just going to trot this guy. And you make at least 2 circles and cross the fence, past the fence. But you want to be sure that you create a little V-shaped wedge there to turn into. So this will be circle number 2. I want to make sure I've got that V-shaped wedge, which I do. So I'll turn him on number 3. Because that first circle was pretty inaccurate. So I'm just going to peel him back. Now we have a separate video up on this. Just stop and come back through yourself. So that's the first and the simplest way to do it. And there's a lot more detail in the other video, but it's a button you should have on your horse before you do the old cowboy trick number 105. So you just come in, turn back, and I'll often leave on a lope even if I trot it in. So for the next thing that puts more drive in the turn, in both of those, well, I got ahead of myself. The next thing you want to have on your horse is the ability to come in and get parallel with the fence instead of being contained and just turned against the fence. You get parallel, back a few steps, and turn your horse over as hocks. You're about 4 feet from the fence here. I'm going to back a couple steps and turn him. Come on out. So for the final segment of this sort of rollback sequence, you really take it to a different level because you come past the fence and you situate yourself on about a 45-degree angle. Then you start the turn and drive. And that will get your horse cracking. And what you can do there, the other 2 segments, you accentuate the departure and you don't really drive much in the turn. Here, when you get to where your horse is facing the fence, you drive. So I start like this, now drive. And that brings the horse back through himself and it brings him the whole way around. So it compresses your horse a bit, and I'm just doing this to the right just repetitively because I tend to do that in these videos instead of just laboriously doing both sides, as you should when you're training. So you're out of here like so. Start soft, speed up, and come out. It'll get your horse back on their hocks. It'll compress that turn and teach them to drive through it. Whoa. And if you do it with a little sense, you can see, I mean, he's just the way he started. He gets a little bit mentally excited when you do it. That's not a bad thing. You take him up a little, then you bring him back down. You should be able to go back there, trot around, just like you did when he was a colt and had no idea that anything exciting was going to happen. And he should be just as quiet. So you want to take him back to where you started, just going around there like he's a kid's pony. Because ideally every horse should have a little kid's pony in them. Inside this big old roan hide, there's a kid's pony waiting to get out. And then I'll stop him and not turn him. Whoa. And see, he's thinking turn, turn, turn. His reward is don't turn, don't turn, don't turn. Stand there for a while. So at any rate, that's old Cowboy trick number 105. I hope it's interesting. Give it a try. Make sure your horse is ready for it. And let me know if they jump the fence. Till next time.